helps him camouflage in his environment. Daku here is a completely non-venomous species of snake, so no venom at all. He actually doesn't even have any fangs to do any biting with. Instead, because he is a python, he's a constrictor species. So he's really going to rely on kind of sneaking up on his prey and giving them a nice big squeeze before he swallows them completely whole. Super, super cool guy. He eats tons of things. He eats some smaller mammals, like some mice and rats. And even though he's a completely non-venomous snake, he's also immune to other snakes' venom. So he's going to eat venomous snakes out in the wild with no problem at all. And because you're going to find the snake in Australia, I'm sure he won't be having any worries with his food supply. He's very coiled up on this branch, but you might notice, if he moves around a little bit, he kind of has a plump little tail. So because he is a non-venomous species, he kind of has to get a little creative with ways he has to catch his prey. Let's see. Kind of get a good look at it there. You'll notice that his tail is a little plump at the end. So what he's going to do, he's going to keep the rest of his body super, super still and kind of entice his prey by waving it around. And as they get closer, he'll actually strike his prey before he completely constricts them and swallows them whole. He's a super, super cool guy.
I see it.
You might notice too when you look at him, he kind of has a flat little head. So most of the time these guys are going to be hanging out in other animals' burrows. So he'll actually use his head kind of like a little shovel to move the dirt around and kind of make it a nice little home for himself. Very, very cool guy.
How old is he? How old is he?
How old is he?
Yeah.
He's around 17 years old. But in human care, these animals can live up to 30-ish years. He has a nice long way to go still.
Nice.
You might notice him too, he's kind of doing something a little interesting with his tongue. You might notice he's flicking his tongue in and out quite a bit.
Yes.
So he's actually using his tongue to smell. So he's still going to have his nostrils. He's still going to breathe in through his nostrils just like us. But he's going to really rely on that tongue flicking motion to kind of figure out what's going on around him.
Yeah.
So woman pythons are a little special because they don't have the same heat sensing pits that other pythons have. So they can't see the kind of thermal heat coming off their prey. So he's really going to rely on kind of tasting the air and figuring out what's going on around him. Super cool guy. Getting a nice stretch here. And again, completely non-venomous snake. No venom at all. Doesn't even have any fangs to do any biting with. There you go, bud.
So
Super sweet guy. His stripes aren't quite as pronounced as other Woma python snakes. He is on the older side. And even though he's pretty coiled up on this branch, Daku here is around 5 feet in length. So pretty big guy.
How many pounds?
But again, he is completely done growing. He's not going to be getting much bigger than this. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, this is Daku, our Woma python. Yeah, he's a python. So completely non-venomous snake. This is a species you're going to find hanging out in Australian deserts. So Woma pythons are usually hanging out in central Australia, but they are a shyer species of snake. They're very docile, so you won't see them too often hanging out in the wild. Most of the time they're actually going to be hanging out in animals' burrows. So very shy. They are nocturnal, so you won't see them out too often when they are out in the sun. They are cold-blooded animals, so they're going to really rely on that nice, hot, dry Australian heat to keep themselves nice and warm. Super cool guy.
What about winter?
In winter, so snakes do a cool thing called brumation. So it's kind of like hibernation, like mammals might do, but instead snakes kind of take little periodic breaks when it's a little cold. So they won't sleep a super long time. They kind of sleep for a bit, wake up, and go back to sleep. Super cool guy.
So cool.